Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Virgin Galactic's SPCE stock and why their stock price is absolutely plummeting right now directly after a huge catalyst, which can provide us a great buying opportunity. We will also go over how Virgin Galactic's CEO has been dealing with the company's critics and why basically space travel could be an everyday thing in the future. Lastly, we will talk about the implications of Virgin Galactic's historic launch and why New Mexico paid around $1.5 million to advertise during SPCE's launch. Go and press the like button right now for more stock news updates, comment what you think of SPCE stock, turn on subscription notifications if you are new, and now let's make you some free money with Weebull. Weebull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies, but right now you can get 2 free stocks with Weebull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account, and you can get a second free stock which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And without further ado, let's get into today's stories. Currently, the stock price of Virgin Galactic's SPCE stock is falling rapidly right now after the CEO put himself on one of the space travel flights, which was a historic move forward because the CEO trusts their technology and their flights are completely safe. Today, the SPCE stock sold off 13%, which just adds to the greater 31% sell-off drop, which shaved off over $3 billion worth of value off of the company's market cap. However, to me, this was expected because sometimes before a catalyst, we see pre-anticipatory running and rallying leading up to the catalyst, but after the catalyst completes, people tend to take profits to cash in on the hype. But that alone is not causing the SPCE stock to drop because the company recently filed to sell $500 million worth of stock, but we don't know if the company already sold the stocks, if they sold it in chunks or one lump sum, or if they plan to sell it in tiny bits periodically as time goes on. The reason this has scared investors into selling is because the company is already sitting on $630 million worth of cash on hand. Virgin Galactic also recently announced that the company has scheduled their second quarter earnings report for Thursday, August 5th, so on that report, we should be able to see if the company already sold or is waiting to sell the $500 million worth of stock. Either way, Virgin Galactic will still need loads of cash on their balance sheet because as the company approaches commercialization, its operations costs will increase and they will also need to buy fuel and aircraft. However, this sell-off could make a great entry point for long-term investors, especially because this is the first company of its kind. It is truly a revolutionary space tourism and travel company. To give you a good gauge on how low of an entry price you should look for, consider that analysts have a low-end price target of $21, an average price target of $39.20, and a high-end price prediction of $51, with the majority of analysts advocating to hold the stock if you already own it. For Virgin Galactic to be a successful business, first they need to get customers who are willing to pay $250,000 per flight. Luckily, millions of people saw the CEO go into space on a Virgin Galactic aircraft, which was a great publicity stunt. However, SPCE will need to turn those viewers into paying customers. For Virgin Galactic to sustain themselves, first they will need to make around $1 billion annually, which equates to around 4,000 customers per year. Now, in the second quarter conference call, we will find out how many people are signing up for this service. But right now, the company has over 600 reservations, so at least they're on a really good start. The CEO who took the space flight is a billionaire named Richard Branson, who received backlash for launching Virgin Galactic because his critics say that the money could have been used for other more important things like climate change or helping with the pandemic instead of being used to start a travel company meant for the ultra-rich. So the CEO responded to his critics by saying this, and I quote, "I 100% agree that people who are in positions of wealth should spend most of their money, 90% or more of their money, trying to tackle these issues. But we should create new industries that can create 800 engineers and scientists who can create wonderful things that can make space accessible at a fraction of the environmental cost that it's been in the past." Basically, the CEO is agreeing that climate change and the pandemic are important issues that the wealthy should spend their money on, but jobs also need to be created that can help lower the environmental impact of space travel. So in a weird way, he is spending his money to find more sustainable space flight options to slow climate change. The environmental impact of one Virgin Galactic suborbital flight is the equivalent to a round-trip flight to London and back. I personally think it's very cool that the CEO got to fulfill a lifelong dream along with 5 other crew members on Sunday as they launched from the New Mexico desert 53 miles up in the air. One of the other crew members always wanted to be an astronaut, so they always were fascinated with space and wanted to get there very badly, so this is a quote from one of the crew members. "I was trying to figure out how I was going to get there, and around that same time, Richard actually announced that he was creating Virgin Galactic, and it was going to be a space line for everyone and make space accessible for everyone. And I remember thinking, that's how I'm going to get to space. Fast forward to today, I joined Virgin Galactic for this purpose, to hopefully open up space for everyone." While the CEO and crew members got their fix, the state tourism department of New Mexico also loved the publicity from this launch, and they even paid to have the New Mexico brand be mentioned multiple times during the historic Virgin Galactic space launch broadcast. A spokesperson from the New Mexico tourism department had this to say, and I quote, "That included in total a $1.5 million investment, which includes a $500,000 special appropriation provided by the state legislature for the efforts to market and promote New Mexico during that inaugural flight. But the rest of that budget came from the state tourism's department, so it's healthy tax dollars at work." He goes on to say, "We actually have a conservative estimate of around $3.5 million in media value just from the event itself, and again, that's a pretty conservative estimate. Because we've seen so much coverage and viewership of the live stream that it's going to grow over the coming days and weeks." The great thing is that this is an entirely new segment of travel and tourism, so there are projections out there that estimate the entire idea of a space tourism industry could be worth anywhere from $1.8 billion to maybe $3 billion to maybe even $8 billion a year. End quote. Regardless of the actual estimate, the industry is supposed to be worth billions. On YouTube alone, the Virgin Galactic broadcast had almost 7.5 million viewers, so hopefully that means that many investors start to take a look at this new and exciting industry as an investment opportunity into SPCE stock. Remember to like this video right now, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe if you are new, and I will see all of you in the next YT video.